Experience Karen Hunter
in a completely different way.
Karen Hunter is awesome. The podcast.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're gonna love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. So check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed. Got me going. I'm about to drop an album.
Hey, drop an album. Do it.
I'm gonna get mustard on the beat, yo. I got a Rolodex. I can get Chuck. I could pull together some people to say some things.
No doubt.
Gil Scott Heron type. Gil Scott Heron.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about the revolution. I know we got to go. This is what I'm saying about the revolution. When he says the revolution will not be televised, he means it. Gil, he meant it, and he said you won't be able to do your little bathroom breaks or your beer breaks, and you won't be like he meant it. And I really want us to internalize, because that's who Kendrick is quoting.
But Kendrick is saying it will be televised because we are unfortunately glued to our devices. So it will have to be televised. And that's what I got from it. The revolution will be televised. We're going to be recording that crap and sharing it. We're addicted to this. Gil Scott Heron didn't have a cell phone. He didn't have Instagram. He didn't have TikTok.
That's fair.
Kendrick is speaking to a generation that grew up in an era that has no connection at all to this understanding of turning the TV off. And he told you to turn the TV off. But he knows you ain't going to turn the TV off. But I'm on the TV telling you to turn the TV off.
Yeah. That's something. That's something. I will give you that. That is something. To turn the TV off, there's a good connection. What I want to see people on the streets. I don't think that we are living in a digital age that is not calibrated for analog protests. I think if we get out into the streets and we actually do something and we actually show these folks and we disrupt some stuff, I think it can help. I think it can actually begin to move.
100% disagree with you.
Ooh.
This man left his White House with an upside down Bible and brought the National Guard and tear gas people who were peacefully, legally protesting. Yeah. He has now deputized crazy, deranged, insecure white people, his tribe, to come out and do what they did in January 6th. Us being in the streets will mean Black lives won't matter. And I don't want to see the carnage that comes with that. I feel like we're in a digital, that analog is done, Garrison. Yes, that's nice. That sounds nice, but not in this climate. Maybe 2 years ago, maybe the first term, but this is a different situation. And I feel like we're going to need our little baby hackers. I'm going to need Kai Cenat and them who have the young people by the throat to wake the F up and grow up and stop being ashy.
Right.
Literally, figuratively, and physically ashy. And this is what it's going to require. And this is why I said it may be revolutionary, because if his message is able to reach those people who right now are caping for the dollar, who are out there cooning for the dollar, who are out there shucking and jiving for the dollar, because all of that outrageousness brings in money. You have enough money now. Y'all made your money. Time to make a difference. And I feel like that's what Kendrick was saying. And it should happen digitally. It should happen where it started. Because all this misinformation from Cambridge Analytica to Elon Musk buying Twitter, now he's trying to get open source AI. I didn't talk about that today. Keep the cameras rolling, Smiz. This is all going to be a problem. But this is going to be a problem. And I think that this is where we are, Garrison, that we're going to have to use these same tools to reach these same people to do the thing that needs to be done.
I just hope that it goes beyond posting. I hope it goes beyond awareness and gets to some type of disruptive action, because they control the social media. Like, we know Xu Zhu from TikTok is in with Trump. We know that Mark Zuckerberg's in with wherever the money resides. And so that's with Trump. We know that Elon Musk is with Trump. And so these platforms where we actually get the information out are compromised. And so I feel like the digital space is fundamentally compromised. And so I'm hoping for there to be some other way for us to disrupt. And I don't know of any other way than to get out and get in person, to go to the places. Now, admittedly, we did that for an entire summer, and it was the biggest protest movement in the world. And we have very little, frankly, to show for it. And so I hear the kind of like critique of it all. I think it's fair.
But you know what they fear most? Irrelevancy and being broke. I feel like this is what I'm saying.
Ever be broke again? Will they ever be broke again?
Yeah.
No.
Let me tell you, money has a way of losing, especially if you're a paper multi-billionaire. He's a paper multi-billionaire. You're one board meeting away, shareholder meeting away from not being the richest man in the world, right? Like it's that. You're not Warren Buffett.
Right.
But this is part of what we were saying on the show. Like, be ready.
You're right.
You know, when they call your child the N-word, you know, that the response is like, you white crack, you know, whatever, you know, that's not the response. There should be strategy. Oh, you Nazis come into my neighborhood? No, they're leaving with no flags. Everything's getting burned and they need to be running back out. I agree with that. You know, I agree with that. But the mass protests that you're talking about, I just fear, and it's not fear from like a depth of my soul, but it's that this, and that could backfire wildly. But to your point, globally, we were in the streets.
We were.
For George Floyd.
We were.
And Trump got elected. We could talk about how, but it's still too close. Yeah. Even if it was some shenanigans, still 70 million people showed up.
Yeah.
So it didn't have that much of an impact other than the catharsis of being out of your house during a pandemic to say this is wrong.
Right.
We had other people killed after George Floyd.
Right.
Other black men at the hands of police.
Yeah.
So
police kill more black people every single year than the year before, including since 2020. So yeah, you're right. You're totally right. See? Okay. Well, we're going to keep talking though, and doing content and knucking if you buck and effing around and finding out. We're going to keep doing it. Garrison, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Karen. This is always so much fun.
Introducing
A new podcast.
Karen Hunter is awesome.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're gonna love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. So check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.
Karen Hunter is awesome. A new podcast from Karen Hunter.